The Force is with you, young Skywalker. You are not a Jedi yet.
Hey, what is up, YouTube fam? It's Dupree, aka Darth Hater here with some fresh, new Star Wars news. This one is about Star Wars Visions, Season 2 specifically. But before we get into that, please hit that like and subscribe button because that greatly helps out my channel. So this one comes from CBR and it says Star Wars Visions will be stronger without the Force. Basically, it's kind of a given what they're saying. They're not going to really be using any Jedis or anything like that. It might be just normal, people in the Star Wars universe. And the next season of Star Wars Visions, which was really, really highly received. And if you guys haven't watched Star Wars Vision, please go and watch that on Disney Plus. The first episode alone, anyway, let's read what they have to say here. Star Wars Visions is a stunningly original series of anime shorts that use the Star Wars universe as a sandbox for a wide variety of different stories. Despite their key differences, many of the episodes deal with the ancient war between the dark and the light sides of the Force. Should Star Wars Visions be renewed at Disney Plus for a second season, a creative way to ensure that each installment is unique could be for more of them to shift focus away from the Force. Each one of the first 9 episodes of Star Wars Visions contain a Force-sensitive or lightsaber-using character, but there are a lot of different kinds of characters associated with Star Wars who are not Jedi or Sith, such as bounty hunters, smugglers, and droids. It makes sense for Visions to have a lot of Force-using characters. One of the series' greatest strengths is the way each studio uses a unique style to convey the awesome effect of the Force, from a vibrant, high-contrasting explosions of triggers, the Twin Suns, to the partly of the finely detailed waterfall in Kamikaze's Doga the Duel. The incredible ability of the Force to manipulate the environment lends itself to the medium of animation. Another of Vision's strengths, however, is just how different each short film is. Each episode feels not only like a tribute to Star Wars, but a celebration of a different part of anime's rich history. Tatooine Rhapsody is like a modern idol anime with exaggeratedly cute characters. Lop and Ocho resembles Satoshi Kon films, with all the detailed city backdrops. TOB1 is an unmistakably homage to Astro Boy, like I was saying. Possible second season of Visions could build upon this key feature of the series by making the stories it tells even more distinct from each other. Part of the appeal of Star Wars is all the various kinds of people who live in the galaxy far, far away. In the original movies, characters like Han Solo and Chewbacca were just as iconic as Jedi such as Luke Skywalker and Yoda. They proved that the Star Wars universe would be a unique and amazing place to live, even for someone who couldn't use the Force. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is a successful Star Wars film with no Jedi characters. This is evidence that Star Wars doesn't always need the Force to tell unique stories that can't be experienced in any other universe. I mean, it's not necessarily true. I mean, it's technically not a Skywalker story, but you have one Skywalker, such as in, Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader in the movie. Even though he doesn't have a super huge part, he is still a presence, and I would say that he is the huge cherry on the top of the cake of Rogue One. So, even in Solo, same thing. They dropped like Darth Maul in there just to force pull his lightsaber and ignite it like in a hologram. So I get what they're trying to say, but they still do use some kind of aspect of the Force and Jedi and Sith characters in all parts of Star Wars. Like, that's just Star Wars. You kind of have to include that in some kind of aspect. Village Bride and The Elder are 2 very different shorts because of their style and storytelling. Bride uses bold colors and smooth line work to tell a story of a naturally beautiful planet threatened by war. Elder uses a subdued, more realistic style to portray a formidable, mysterious foe. Despite this, both episodes could be described as following a similar narrative format of a Jedi Master and apprentice solving a problem on an unfamiliar planet. A future season of Visions could ensure that every character's abilities and role in the galaxy were just as distinct as each episode's incredible visions. Visions has already provided some great original non-Force using characters such as Akakiti's stoic Princess Misa and Tatooine Rhapsody's surprisingly cool Geezer the Hutt. A second season could build upon this legacy with an even more in-depth look at the non-Force sensitive people in the galaxy. Another great thing about Visions is how many different anime studios participated independently in the project. Even if every new episode of Visions contained the Force, each one would still feel unique. Even so, the diverse nature of the series provides a perfect opportunity to tell an even more eclectic array of stories in season 2. Oh, okay. I mean, they're not wrong. Honestly, they are not wrong. Would I want a Star Wars Vision Season 2? Yes. Would I want there to be, would I want it to be all characters or all stories that don't include the Force? No. I would like maybe to be a good mix, maybe half and half. But I get what they're saying. There were a lot of characters in this season of Visions that were really cool that didn't have them. Like they said, Geezer the Hutt. That whole crew, aside from the main character, I can't remember, but Justin Gordon-Levitt voiced him from Tatooine Rhapsody, were all cool. Like the drummer with the two heads, the droid, like everybody in that, And I don't even think the Force was used. I mean, the kid was a Padawan, but nobody used the Force. But I if they do a season 2, I want them to continue the story from the duel, because that was the best part of that whole series, and that set the tone and had hit the ground running. So I would like to see more of that. Maybe a few of the stories I feel like they can be a continuation of, and then everything else could maybe be just, like they said, smugglers and bounty hunters and rogues and scoundrels and all the normal stuff that we see in Star Wars. Even if Lucasfilm and Disney makes a show that has quote unquote nothing to do with the Force or Jedi or Sith characters, there's always going to be little hints or little nods or even a little cameo from a character that has a Force. I mean, you really can, but they won't do that. I feel like they won't do that, and they've shown that. Such as we've had, excluding Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, we've had Star Wars Resistance, and that was a show about, star pilots racing and stuff in the galaxy, and had to deal with First Order stuff, and you still had Kylo Ren pop up in there, force choke somebody. There was an episode in season 2 where they went to a Jedi temple and talked to archaeologists. So you still have some aspects of the Force and stuff in there. Even with the Bad Batch, the show that just came out, they still had Kanan Jarrus. They still showed the end of Order 66, and they still showed the Jedi and stuff. Like, you had aspects in it. Palpatine was in there. Just an example, like I said, they won't really deviate, because as much as, yes, they're right, regular normal people are a part of Star Wars, the mainstay of Star Wars is the hero's journey, is the battle between the dark and the light, battle between the Jedi and the Sith. At the end of the day, that's what it really is. All these characters are great, they live in that galaxy, but in a sense they kind of aid the main characters and their journey to either the light side or the dark side. Like, look at The Mandalorian. Like, that show was billed as just the story about a bounty hunter making his way in the galaxy. Next thing you know, he has a quote unquote baby Yoda who can do the magic fingers, and then we have Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker showing up at the end. Like I said, it's cool to have these shows and everything that don't have anything to do with the Force, or the Force isn't the mainstay, but they're gonna put something that has to do with the Jedi or Sith, the Force in there. It's just a given. But anyway, this has been my thoughts about all this. Let me know what you think. What you think and what you would want for season 2 of Star Wars Visions. I feel like I made my point clear. I'm for this with CBR right here saying, but like I said, even if we have a show with no Force characters, it's you're gonna have like a tiny sprinkling. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you can be so kind as to hit that bell to get notifications for all my latest videos, that would be great. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching this. Take care, see you in the next one, and may the Force be with you. Bye.